How we doing, guys? And welcome back to another JacobsClash episode. Today we are back on the tier list maker, and we are ranking the top pets, in my opinion, in Clash of Clans as of the Angry Jelly update. So we now have 10 pets to rank, and well, again, this is going to be my opinions, and I'm gonna spew for some of you probably a lot of nonsense, but please in the comment section tell me why I am either right or very wrong. But let's just go right into this. And we are going to start off with Diggy. Diggy, if you don't know, stuns defenses, and I feel like it would be a disservice to put Diggy any lower than A tier. I feel like there are a select few pets that are slightly better than Diggy, and that's why he won't be in the S tier category, but I use him for the Warden and the Royal Champion, and really, I don't think he's one of the top 4 pets in the game, in my opinion. You can't do an attack strategy without Diggy, and that's why he has to be A tier for me. Electro Owl, you do unlock the Electro Owl at Town Hall 14, and because of that, there have been obviously a lot of new pets that have come out since then, and not that the Electro Owl is that bad by any means. You can now level him up to level 15. I still don't think it is enough to make it viable and fall into the top 4 for me. It might differ, obviously. All of these differ on the attack strategies that you are using. I am more of a ground-heavy attacker, so the Electro Owl just falls by the wayside, so I'm going to put it at C for now. We might move some things around by the end of the video, but we'll just have to see. Spirit Fox, well, if you have to nerf it, Clash of Clans, Supercell, it has to be S. It still is S, right? So I use the Spirit Fox right now on my Royal Champion, and it's just Spirit Fox, if you don't know, it makes your troop, or I guess your hero, go invisible for I believe it's a second, 2 seconds. And why this is great is because, say, a single Inferno is locked on to your queen or your king or whatever hero is equipped to the Spirit Fox, it'll have to retarget, right? So that just makes it so your hero will stay alive for as long as possible. And like I said, they've already had to nerf the Spirit Fox a couple times. Still one of the top 4 best heroes in my opinion, and that's why it's going to fall in S tier for me. Next is Frosty. Frosty, he will slow your defenses. It's kind of I feel like the inspiration for the Icy Arrow or the Frozen Arrow with the new hero equipment. He was a little bit before his time. I believe he does unlock at Town Hall 15. He's, in my opinion, a little bit better than the Electro Owl, but still not up there with the Spirit Fox or Diggy. So we'll slot him in at B right now. Now, the Angry Jelly. The Angry Jelly has just come out. I have just unlocked him. I have just unlocked the pet house. He's only level 1 for me, so I am very excited to test. But based on watching other creators do their play on the developer build, it looks very, very interesting. I feel like in some strategies, mainly like all of these other pets, but more so with the Angry Jelly, can be ridiculously overpowered. For those of you that don't know, the Angry Jelly will pretty much turn your attacking hero into a defensive seeking machine, right? So think of a Hog Rider, think of your Royal Champion, how it targets his defenses first. So I see a lot of people using it on the King and diving into a compartment and wiping out the entire corner of the base, or adding it onto a Queen Walk, and it can be very effective to get in there and get to the Town Hall. It just it takes a very high skill cap in order to make sure you're successful, just because, well, if she goes in too far into the base, there's gonna be like 4 Expos on, 2 Infernos, scatter shots all targeting her at once. But I think it has to be A tier, right? And this could be a false placement, right? This is a day after the update has come out, but I think it will end up in a lot of strategies be a top 4 pet, which means it has to slot in there at S or A tier. I still think Diggy and Spirit Fox, I know they are great, so I'm going to put it slightly behind. Lassie was my go-to pet back in Town Hall 14 when pets first came out. I had it on the Royal Champion for the longest time. Pretty much all he is a damage dealer, and that's pretty much it. So unfortunately, I don't see a lot of people running the Lassie much anymore. So that's why, in my opinion, it's probably the weakest out of all of the pets. But I think that that kind of makes sense, right? It's the first pet that you do unlock, if I'm not mistaken. So it is going to slot in at D tier for me. The Phoenix is so overpowered on the king, pretty much gives you a second life, and I am going to slot it in up here at S tier again. I still think the Spirit Fox is better, but what is better than 1 life? Well, 2 lives, right? And your king, for example, if you used it on your king, he will be at 0.000001 HP. So the second the Phoenix wears off, he will die. But that just gives you 7 more seconds of clearing out the middle of the base or the outside of the base. And because of that, has to fall on S tier for me. Since the Phoenix has come out, I have never not used the Phoenix as a pet. Poison Lizard. Poison Lizard is, again, one of those very niche pets, and I feel like right away I'm going to slot it in at B tier. I do find myself using the Poison Lizard more than Frosty. If you don't know, he basically acts as a headhunter, which will just destroy enemy heroes. I feel like the Icy Arrow for the Queen has pretty much negated a lot of use cases for the Poison Lizard, just because now the Queen can pretty much take on any enemy heroes without having to worry about using a Headhunter or really using the Poison Lizard as support. So I think it falls right in there as kind of middle of the road. I'm actually going to flop it behind Frosty right there, and it could actually go to C tier because of that. But if you're not running the Frozen Arrow, that's why I'm going to keep it right there in the middle of the road here. And next one is going to be Unicorn, one of my personal favorites for keeping on the Queen and keeping her alive. I feel like, again, like I was saying, the same thing for Diggy, it would be a disservice to put anywhere other than A tier. Currently, these top 4 pets that you see are the pets that I am using in all of my attack strategies pretty much. And then this Angry Jelly, I could see entering into the fray, maybe swapping out one of these heroes. So I think these are definitely going to be my top 5 pets overall. But let's finish off with this Yak. I guess I've already spoiled it. Not going to be going into my top 5. It is the second troop that you do unlock, I believe, and I used it on the King for the longest time to break open walls to get him into the base. But I feel like, again, with the Giant Gauntlet being added to the game and your King basically being able to splash through the walls, not as important overall. I think still probably going to be a little bit higher than the Electro Owl. So, yeah, I think this is going to be my pet tier list. Again, tell me why I am right or tell me why I am wrong in the comment section. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I will see you guys next time for another JacobsClash video. Have a great day. Goodbye.